Well, good morning and welcome back to the channel. This morning I had a very early 3 a.m. Wake up call. Decided to come up and do sunrise over Catbells. Now sunrise is at 5:16 and I've just about made it in time. It's 5:09. I've only been here a few minutes. Yeah, it's quite cloudy. It was a little bit drizzly on the way up, but in all honesty, that was quite refreshing. It's been a few years since I've done any fells up here in the Lake District. I did Waller Crag the other day and Catbells obviously this morning. Really does show your age and your lack of fitness if you haven't done it for a while. Catbells is one of the easier ones, but yeah, easy walk, quite steep. And when you're unfit, yeah, it took a lot of effort to get here this morning, I don't mind admitting. Carrying all your camera bag, which is constantly trying to pull you off. But we've made it up the top and just waiting now for a bit of light to arrive over Derwentwater here and Keswick Lake in the distance. I'm not sure if you can see it on this camera. But I'm going to get set up and see if we can find something. Couple of visitors on my bag then. Very strange. Well, you get to the top here and obviously after the climb and yeah, sweating a little bit. But the old chill sets in a bit then, so let's get the old jacket on, get a bit of body warmth going. But I think what I'm going to try and do is, it'd be nice to try and incorporate this trig point into a shot while there's nobody else around. I'm not interfering with anyone, and looking at the path on the way up, it doesn't look like there's going to be anybody here at sunrise either, so we might be all right. But yeah, I'm going to try and get set up and see what we can find. Has it got me? Yeah, it's got me, I think. Okay, so like I was saying, this first shot, it's probably not the best composition, but I really just wanted to include this trig point in the image. You've got the trig point on the left-hand side, Derwentwater on the right-hand side, and I'm not sure if you can actually see much of the, yeah, you can, you've bit the footpath on the way up to the summit here at Catbells, looking off into the distance. I'm going to focus stack it, probably 3 focus stacks, 3 images in the foreground, the midground and the background to try and get as much of it sharp as I can. Blend them all together in Photoshop afterwards, but it was ISO 100 f11 it was actually an 8-second exposure. That's with a circular polarizer and a free-stop soft grad, which, in all honesty, these are 2 filters that I use 99% of the time. I don't know why I've got any more, to be honest. It's peaceful up here, it's lovely. second composition here now. I've just come slightly away from the trig point, shooting back down towards the path that I came on with Derwentwater on the right hand side, and I'm doing a pano. Now this was an 8-shot pano from left to right. I have shot slightly wider than I think I might need, just to give myself a little bit of room for cropping in post. I got the camera in portrait orientation, and I picked my starting point with this, again, circular polarizer, 3-stop soft grad. Picked my starting point, like I say, slightly wider than what I anticipate I'm going to need, and then using the third grid lines that are on the back of the camera, I pick a point that's on the right hand cross section, and as I pan the camera around, whatever is on that right hand side, I make sure that is now on the left hand side and take my next image. So again, as I pan from left to right, whatever's on the right hand cross section, I move that over to the left hand cross section on that rule of thirds, all the way around for the 8 shots, more or less overlapping by a third each shot, which gives Photoshop the best chance of stitching it all together nicely in post. Now I have got a pano head, which basically I level out the ball head and make sure the ball head is level, get the camera on the base so the camera's nice and level, and then I've got this little dial on the side that I can unlock, and then the camera just spins on the ball head plate itself, keeping nice and level all the way around from left to right, again giving you the best chance of stitching it all together in post. Now at the moment it's a little bit drizzly, we don't have the best light unfortunately, but again, like I was saying, you know, you've got to shoot with the conditions you've got, and you know, despite the lack of light and colour, it's still a beautiful place to be this time in the morning, all alone, apart from some sheep. But if the image is any good, I'll put it up on the screen for you now. Well, I'm still pretty much on the summit here at Catbells, just trying to find other compositions, but I'm really struggling at the moment. Not a lot of light, very grey, and it's raining on and off, so I'm having trouble with keeping the filters dry, but the old shower cap routine comes in quite handy at the moment. I have taken another image. This was ISO 100 f11 for 3.2 seconds. Again, very similar shot because I'm still at the summit. The rocks of the summit in the foreground with a path leading you off down towards the start point, Derwentwater on the right. It's just a nice image. It's just a shame that there's been no light yet this morning, but you know, we'll hold on. We'll wait a little while, see if we can find any more. I may even get the long lens out and just see if I can pick off anything down there on the lake to make quite a nice composition. But the rain's getting a bit heavier now. Fingers crossed that don't settle in for the day. Well, for this next shot, I have got the long lens on, shooting down towards Derwentwater. There is this house that just juts out on this little peninsula that I can see. There's no real light on it to speak of. There is a bit of a reflection, but what I have done again is put the polarizer on just to kind of take the glare off of the top of the water. Makes it quite dark, the water, but you can still see the reflection. It gave me ISO 100 at f10 for 1 second. I'm not sure how I'm going to crop this. It might make a 16:9, or I might keep it as it is, but I can't seem to isolate it completely. There's a tiny little bit of greenery appearing in the bottom left of frame, So if I keep the image as the original aspect ratio, I might have to just Photoshop that little bit of greenery out because it is distracting. Or if I crop it to 16:9, that'll probably crop that bit of greenery out anyway. But yeah, that's not a bad image, it's quite nice. Well, for this next shot here, I've come away from Derwentwater and shooting in the opposite side of Catbells, looking towards, I think, Red Pike, Hindscarf and Maiden Moor in that direction. There's this nice little valley and the light seems to be coming in and just illuminating the fields below and the dark mountains coming down into that valley, and the quite a boding sky I thought made for quite a nice image. So again, this is with a circular polarizer, 3-stop soft grad, ISO 100 f11. Gave me a shutter speed of, I took a couple of shots and it was like half a second, 0.8 of a second, somewhere in that area. But I thought that was a really nice shot. So I'll put that one up on the screen for you now. And for this next image, I was actually shooting in the direction of Maiden Moor. Just looking out, the light seemed to be catching the side of Maiden Moor. Just looked quite nice, and with the dark clouds, again, that was ISO 100 f11 for 0.8 seconds with the 3-stop soft grad and the polarizer. I'll put that one up on the screen for you now. Well, I think I'm going to call that a day now at the top of Catbells here. Unfortunately, you know, I'd preconceived ideas of coming up here with a beautiful sunrise and nice bit of light over Derwentwater. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened. But, you know, it's been quite atmospheric. It's been drizzling, raining on and off, little bits of light here and there. It's been quite a challenge to photograph up here this morning. Kind of open your eyes to you know, how difficult landscape photography can be, but you know, it's also a beautiful location just to spend the morning. You can see the light now coming in behind me, looks lovely if there was just a break in the clouds, but unfortunately it looks like the clouds are here to stay. It's still drizzling. What time is it now? It's, you know, 7:30 in the morning. I've been here since 5. I've got, I don't know, hour and a half to get back again, and we were supposed to be on holiday, so I don't want to leave the wife on her own for too long. But she's, you know, she's fine. She's more than understanding. She's quite happy for me to do it. But you know, it's our last day, so you know, I'm not sure what our plans are for the rest of the day. But you know, we enjoyed our week here at the Lake District. I hope you've enjoyed the, you know, the couple of the vlogs that I've managed to put together and a few of the images. If you're new, consider subscribing. Please like, share, leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you and your feedback. And until next time, take care and see you soon. Cheers, Em.
This vlogging's gonna kill me. Up and down, up and down.